Hey there, I'm Andy from Mantic Games, and I'd like to start by thanking you for choosing to demo Halo Flashpoint and helping to grow the Halo Flashpoint community of gamers and hobbyists around the world. In order to demo this set in your store, we've tried to make it fast to set up and as streamlined as possible to get folks playing quickly so that they get to experience the core gameplay that Halo Flashpoint can offer without having to understand the wider scope of rules, tactics and strategies for their first few games. Now let's start by explaining what you'll need from this box to set up for your demo. Inside the box you'll find the rulebook, instructions on how to assemble your terrain, the playing mat, 4 punch boards of terrain and tokens, 2 sets of D8 dice, 1 black and 1 white set, a set of blue command dice, the character stat cards, upgraded weapon cards, plus the 8 miniature Spartans themselves, 4 in red and 4 in blue. Now for the demo setup, you won't need to use everything that's included in this box, but once you get to playing full-size games, you'll get to use everything. First up, take out the playing mat, unfold it, and place it with the demo side facing up. This is the side which has all of the rules and keywords around the outside of the playing area. Next, take the punch boards and punch out the terrain pieces as shown here, and assemble the terrain as explained in the included instruction booklet. Now once you've done this, place the assembled terrain onto the mat in the spaces shown. You'll see these spaces on the playing area are highlighted by a bold black line, or you can reference this image on page 38 of the rulebook to confirm you have it correctly placed. Next, take out the following Spartan miniatures. The red Spartan Brawler as shown here with the Bulldog shotgun, and the red Spartan's Vesda as shown here with the Commando rifle. Next, take the blue Spartan Mark 7 as shown here pointing and holding the MA40 assault rifle. And lastly, the blue Spartan Deadeye equipped with the M392 DMR. You'll see that around the edge of the playing mat, each of these Spartans have a relevant stat card, and in the top left corner of that stat card is a coloured letter which signifies the type of Spartan that you have and matching the colour of that particular Spartan. If you look onto the playing area, you can also see that in the 2 opposite corners are those same letters, and these are the starting positions for those Spartans. So go ahead and place the miniatures in the matching locations. Next, we're going to punch out the tokens that you'll need to play this demo setup. First off, each Spartan has 2 energy shields. You'll see this written at the top of each stat card, so punch out 8 of these energy shield tokens and place 2 on each of the 4 Spartan stat cards, with the blue side faced up as shown here. Now during play, as their shields are depleted, you'll flip them onto the red side, and as they regenerate, you'll flip them back to the blue side again. Next up, punch out 4 of the activation tokens as shown here, and place 1 on each of the 4 Spartans stat cards. These will be placed next to the miniature on the playing area during the game to indicate that that Spartan has activated this turn. Next up, punch out the wound tokens and place them somewhere to the side of the playing area where both players can access them. You'll see that these denote either 1, 2 or 3 wounds, so whenever a Spartan takes wounds, these will be used to track how many they've taken before being taken down and removed from play. The rest of the tokens will be used when you get to playing the full game, so for now just put them somewhere safe until you need them. Take the dice and give each player a set of either the black or the white D8 dice. The colours are different so that you can tell which dice belong to each player if they're rolling them both into the same dice tray, but both sets are exactly the same standard D8 dice. Lastly, take the blue 6-sided command dice and give 2 to each player. In a normal game, each player would start with 2 command dice plus extra dice for each Spartan that they have with the tactician keyword. However, in this demo, we're not using the tactician keyword. You can read about command dice on pages 14 and 15 of the rulebook. You're now ready to demo the game. You'll see on one side of the playing area the scenario set up for this demo. Player 1 is the player who controls the red Spartans, and player 2 is the player who controls the blue Spartans. The scenario is a 2 versus 2 Slayer match. The first player to take down both of their opponent's Spartans is the winner, and there are no respawns in this demo setup. The scenario setup will explain who goes first, and it also explains that the keywords tactician, as I previously explained, and fast transition, which comes into play when you're picking up weapons dropped around the arena, and not active during this demo. Now, to learn how to play the game, you can read through the rulebook, and this explains things step by step in a clear way with some great examples and images to clarify things. Or you can watch the demo video linked in this video's description, which shows us taking 2 new players through this exact demo scenario and shows how activating, moving, shooting, and assaulting works in practice. All of the keyword explanations, available action options, dice pool modifiers, and steps to perform a shoot or fight action are written around the edge of the playing area, so are quick to reference when performing a demo rather than having to find the correct page in the rulebook to look something up. So it's a great way to keep players focused on the game for their first experience of Halo Flashpoint. Once players have gotten to grips with this first demo, they can then switch sides and try out the other Spartans and their weapons and abilities before moving on to a full game experience with the other side of the mat, and include varied scenarios, weapon drops, respawns, and the tactics and strategies that you'll need to be victorious. We hope you enjoy your games of Halo Flashpoint, and we look forward to growing the community of players and hobbyists around the world with you.